everyone, so you'll remember from ages ago, I had this house-shaped bookcase that I turned into a doll's house, and it's sat ever since on top of a cupboard gathering dust, and I wanted to reuse it. So I've decided to change it, give it a bit of a gothic makeover and use it for another purpose. So first of all, what I needed to do was move everything else out that I'd put in. There's some little elements you can see I never even painted, and there are things I want to keep. I'll use them for other projects and stuff. So what I did was I just took everything out carefully, put to one side anything that needs painting, and then anything that didn't need any paint or anything, I just put in a container to keep it safe. So once it was nice and empty, I rubbed it over very lightly with some sandpaper, just to give the surface a bit of texture for the paint to grip. And then I wanted to make this match the colour of the studio, which is, most of it is this purpley pink and black. So what I did was painted the back of the bookcase in the purpley colour, and then everything else will be painted black. It did take a few coats to do this, and I should have put a primer on really, but what I'll do later on is I'm going to spray paint this to make the paint a little bit tougher, or I'll varnish it. So what I did was applied, I think it was 4 layers of the purple and 3 of the black that I used for this, and that was just to make sure that it's all well uncovered, nice and opaque, and it's well stuck down. And in between each layer, as you can see here, I used my hairdryer to dry off the paint, and this is the stage where I'm actually drying off the varnish. What I did was, once I'd painted everything, I found the paint was a little bit delicate, like if I knocked it, it would chip a little bit. So what I did was put plenty of varnish over the top. I used acrylic varnish. It was it the matte varnish or the satin? I think it was satin finish varnish, and it's either Dale Arowney or Liquitex. I think it's Dale Arowney, and it's a matte a satin varnish for acrylic, to go over acrylic paint. I used that, and then what I did was, once I applied a coat of the varnish, I dried it with the hairdryer. I do need to put another layer on because you have to leave it 24 hours before you put another layer of varnish on. The only thing I would change is the black is a little bit delicate, so I have had to touch up the paint already. So what I would suggest is actually spray painting the cabinet. It will fit, it will stick to the surface that the bookcase is made out of a lot better. I've not had any problems with the purple, but I think that's because I sanded the back a bit more, and it's obviously a thinner piece of board. Then once it was dry, I moved it into position, and I want to use this to store like my Beetlejuice characters I've made and some of my other little spooky projects that I've made. Because I wanted some on display, because they were they're on a shelf, but it's like behind where my lighting rig is, so you can't really see them. So I wanted them to be more on display. So as you can see, I've got my Mandrake, my Beetlejuice characters, one of my little spooky rooms, the doll head in a jar, in the glass cloche, the little skull one I made recently, and then I've got my witchy candle in the back with my runes carved into it, and then at the bottom I've got the it's like a chair it's a chair that would fit like a Barbie or a Bratz doll, because I've got that Bratz doll that I made as like a mini me, so I wanted to keep her. So what I've done is, the chair was originally pink with the black and white cushion, so I've painted the chair black, and I've also painted some of the other unpainted furniture from the doll's house black and put that in the bottom layer. So the bottom layer is to display like my mini me and some of the furniture to make it look almost like a little doll room at the bottom. I've also got these little mini Christmas trees. So what I did is, at the moment I'm unravelling the lights that I'd put on, but because what I'm doing is, you'll see in a bit, I'll take them out. I didn't film this bit, but I took them outside, spray painted them black, because to paint those with a brush would be agonisingly boring. So I used my spray paint to spray them black because I wanted some more black Christmas trees. And then I put some lights back on so that by my little mini me character, there's a black Christmas tree with some lights on. And then eventually I'm going to make some like little teeny decorations to go on the tree as well. So it's like a little spooky Halloween tree. And you'll see on camera in a minute, I'll show you the tree. So it looks like this. So it's all small and black, and it's got loads of lights wrapped around it. And then I turn the lights on and place that in position. I'll show you a slightly better view in a bit of the bottom section. There you go. So the bottom section is like a sort of mini house, and it's to display my mini me doll that I made. I think I made her a couple of years ago. It was when my hair was a bit longer. And then obviously all my other stuff on top. I'm probably going to add more to this. And as you can see in the shot, on the floor, on the hearth, I've got my snow globes. I might put them in this cupboard as well to protect them. So that's it. That's how I gave this dollhouse shelf a makeover. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.